Considering that our last season did not go as planned, I think that just fuels our fire, knowing that everyone else kind of is putting us really far down on that list. I mean, going through in our meetings, you talk about your team and where you kind of feel that you fit in. I felt like we were kind of in that middle of that pack, that 7-8. So them voting us in that 10th, isn't such a big shock, but I think it's also they're kind of underestimating us. We don't really talk about it. It's done. Every season is new. From the mindset, the way that we tackle things, and just knowing that it's just a fresh start. Even if we would have had a good season, it's just something that you just want to set forth from that first day of, hey, this is a new team, this is a new year, anything can happen. So this preseason, we really approached it in a different level. We kind of approached it of we are a brand new team. I mean, essentially we almost are. We've got 10 new faces. So when half of your roster are new kids, you kind of have to scratch everything and say this is what your mark is going to be. So we really approached it in that sense of everything is new. We're going to be doing everything like this is the first year that we've had a team here. Our 10 kids that we had brought in all bring such a unique role, and that's what we were really excited about because we weren't exactly sure who was going to be ready their first year. And a couple of those kids early on in preseason really started off really strong, and that was Belle Mirakami and Elena Knowles. Those two for us from that first day really just established who they are. Really early on, very consistent, have grown. Now they just need to have a little bit more of that leadership, but again, that's going to come. But as far as their skill set and kind of their presence and what they're able to give us, I really felt that those two really from that first day really made a big stamp, and this is kind of what they are wanting. Gosh, my returning crew, I am so proud of. The amount of leadership that they have brought back with them, the amount of hard work that we put in the spring did not fall short in the summer and then coming into this preseason. So I really owe a lot of our growth that we have had during this preseason to them. They all took it upon themselves to make sure that when they came back that there wasn't going to be that lull before we get to that next best thing. So they really put in a lot of effort in the summer as well as spring, but really that summer is hard because they're not here on campus, they're off in their own thing, but they really made sure that they were putting in that extra time, so then when they came here and hit that gym, it wasn't going to be okay, we've got to have a couple days to knock that rust off. There really wasn't any rust, and that was something that I was really proud of. That was an area coming into our spring that we knew that we were going to be very young at. Like you had said, we lost 2 of our top leaders in that area, and has really then just left us with 1 or 2 that really didn't have a lot of experience in the back row. So we knew coming into spring that we were going to have to really focus on that. And Haley was our lone DS that we had in our spring season, and she really, like I said, just came into a whole nother level. By the end of our spring, we really felt good about where she was. And like I said, then summer kind of happens and you're not exactly sure, but she came in ready to work hard and knew that was a role that we were wanting her to be in. Our offensive side is going to be pretty much the same kids that we had last season. So as far as having to start over or anything, we didn't have to in our front row and our offensive side. So that's what's really exciting, is that now this core has been together for a whole year, to now really elevate that level. So now those kids have now kind of gone through the worst of the worst. You know, they've been through a really bad season, and they don't want to be back there. So now having them at this next year, you know, their sophomore year, their junior year, and just really start clicking because they've had already a year and nobody has changed. That's what's really exciting, and that's what we're really looking forward to.